On the Lumix S5, there's a number of range of different picture profiles, and in this video I'm going to go through them and tell you exactly what they do. And make sure you stick around till the end because I'm going to tell you which one is my favorite and why. The natural picture profile is the best one straight out of camera, and it's got a lot of color in it and contrast to make your colors pop. And it's really good because with this picture profile you don't have to edit it in post. It's ready to go straight out of the camera. The Cine Like picture profiles are like film emulators, and they're great for getting a film-like look straight out of the camera and having to do very little post-production work on it. However, what I'd recommend is that you shoot in a flatter profile and then try and bring this style out. This is great if you want all your photos to look filmic, but if you want some to, some don't, you know, you're gonna get caught up in all of them looking film-like. So use this one when and if you need to, or if you need that project, or if you just like the style, you know, go with it, create your own one from it. But this is like a film-like emulator, and it's very good for creating film-like pictures straight out of the camera. Vlog is a super flat picture profile, and I use it for when I'm filming videos like I am right now. So when it's in post-production, I retain all the information in there and I can bring the colors back out. However, you can also use it for when you're taking photos, but be mindful that these files will be massive. They'll be a lot bigger than other files, but they'll retain a lot more information in them than neutral standard picture profiles will. The flat picture profile still retains a lot of information in the picture. However, these files won't be as big as Vlog, and also there'll be a lot more colors in them than Vlog, so you won't have to do as much work in post as Vlog to bring the colors back. They're all just there ready to go, but you'll still retain a lot of that information there, so you can edit them and tweak them and manipulate them however much you like. Other picture profiles you can use are the monochrome one, which is a black and white picture profile which makes all your photos be black and white and you can't change them back to color. So what I'd recommend is, if you wanted to have your photos black and white, is shoot them in color and then edit them in black and white later on, as then you have the option of whether you want them in color or black and white. Or if black and white is your style, go for it, shoot for it all the time, but you may want to go back to them in the future and be able to, you know, edit them in color, not just in black and white. The standard profile is just a natural standard profile. It's got a bit of color, a bit of contrast, but nothing over the top and special. Whereas the vivid one has a lot of contrast and it has loads of colors, really sharp. Colors are really popping. This is a really nice profile if you want your colors to be nice and colorful. The classic Neo style is an aged filmic look that has emphasis on the highlights, and it's a really flat profile. I really like this one. I feel like you could use it to, you know, edit in a really nice, fun, playful way, and it has a really nice old school flat feel to it, and the colors aren't oversaturated whatsoever. So I really do like this picture profile, and I think I'm going to try play around with it a bit more in the future because I feel like it has this really nice unique look that I don't think you could get on other cameras. The landscape profile is also great for, you guessed it, landscapes. However, just be careful because you can lose the shadows a bit in it, and the colors do pop and they are really quite saturated. So what I'd recommend is maybe shooting it on the standard or neutral one if you don't want the colors to be really popping. The portrait profile is great if you're taking portraits, as it has a nice contrast and color to it, but the colors are made for skin tone. So if you're taking portraits of people's colored skin, that is really good because the picture profile it has a really nice true look at the person's skin tones, and it won't blow it too much out of proportion. So I'd really recommend this profile if you're taking portraits. And finally, the 709 Like one is like a LUT that goes over it, but it's not as sharp. It's a bit more flatter than the other ones. Not as flat as the flat profile, but it has a little bit of color to it and a little bit of contrast, but nothing seriously. But I wouldn't really bother with this one. I would just use the flat profile and then you can edit it however you like later on. I feel like the Rec 709 picture profile is on there for people who use this for a filming camera, not a picture camera. However, my favorite picture profile on the Lumix S5 to take photography with is a flat profile with the contrast turned down twice. This is my own custom picture profile, and I like this because the colors are really nice. It's a flat profile so I can retain a lot of the information and edit it however I like, but it's not quite as sharp as the normal flat profile. So there you have it. That is my favorite picture profile to use when taking photos on the Lumix S5. Overall, it doesn't matter what picture profile you use as long as you're going out there and taking photos. Use a picture profile that works for you and your style. Thank you very much for watching this video, and if you want to know more Lumix S5 tips, check out the link below or up there, wherever it is, and yeah, that will tell you my top 5 Lumix S5 tips and tricks. Comment below what you think is the best picture profile and your favorite is. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.